Good evening and welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm your host, Marlena.
And I'm Keegan.
And we're excited to bring you your Monday news. So this weather this weekend was so nice.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. So what did you do this weekend with the weather? Anything
Honestly,
nice?
I played outside a lot. I was on the deck and hanging out, enjoying the sun.
That's nice. I spent most of my weekend, well the end of the week as well, inside watching March Madness, but once the weekend came and the games turned off, we definitely were outside and throwing the ball around with my friends, and it was really nice to enjoy the warm weather for once.
So I was watching the Virginia-Auburn game, and I was sure that Auburn won at the end before they called the foul, and I'm like, oh, holy amazingness, what's going on? And then when Virginia won, I was shocked.
Yeah, it was a huge turn of events. I couldn't believe it, and I'm a really big Kyle Guy fan, the guy who made all three of the game-winning free throws, and I was happy to see that, but that's just a tough loss for Auburn.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it really looked like they won. I mean, it had them winning, and the timer said 0, and I was like, okay, it's done, it's over, whatever. Yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
But Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's exciting. Tonight's the national championship. I'm happy the Big 12 can be there to represent them.
If we're not there,
yeah.
Some Big 12 schools should be, you know. But kind of makes us look good and bad, I feel like.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Maybe next year?
Maybe next year. We'll hope for that.
Well, I was hoping that Dedrick Lawson would hang out for another year and give us, a big win or something like that, but not so much.
Yeah, so today he went to Twitter to announce he was declaring for the 2019 NBA draft, so it's exciting news for him. We wish him the best, but as KU fans, we definitely wish he could have stuck around another year and helped us for next year's tournament.
But we'll have KJ.
Actually, did you see a couple days ago, he's transferring. He enters for the NCAA transfer portal. He has not yet decided, but the NCAA is granting him immediate eligibility. So he's a graduate transfer, which means he can pick any school he wants and play immediately. So
for 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year left.
Oh, I'm now stressed. My blood pressure's rising. Oh my God. Okay, so in other news, the William Allen White Day is the school's event for the J School this week, and so there are events going on all week. So on April 9th at 4 p.m. in the Clarkson Gallery, there's a Diversity in Action program. April 10th has something at 4:30 p.m., which is the Kansan/KUJH newsroom. And then there's a bunch of other events, and you can find them at the J School website. I don't know if you're excited for any of these, but it sounds like it's going to be a really cool event.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a lot of alumni and other people throughout the journalism school around, so I'll be excited to see some of those people and see what they've been doing with their future. So
you're supposed to dress nice if you're in the J School because you never know what's going to happen.
Yep, great time to meet people, so we're really excited for that this coming week.
So in addition to it being super nice out, there's another football game, I know in the spring, absolutely crazy. But I was checking my email, and Rick Ross is coming?
Yeah, exciting enough. Rick Ross will be here to perform. So after the spring game, they said it would be about 30 to 40 minutes until his concert starts, but that's going to be really exciting for all the fans and students here at KU.
So check your email. The first 500 people that RSVP get to be in the pit with, I think it's Les Miles, but that could just be in my head, so don't quote me on that one, please. Anyway, the first 500 people that sign up get to be in the pit, so double check to see if you can get in that 500 people group.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's going on is that there's a KU parking forum. So if you're new to KU, you probably don't know how much people like to talk about parking. It's a very big deal here. So they would like to change some of that. So here's some of the additions being placed.
Yeah, Wednesday, April 10th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. There's going to be a forum for anyone to stop in and give their 2 cents of how they feel. But some of the proposed changes are no increase on the parking permit rates after tickets, and they're offering some staff yellow permits to graduate students, and they're going to try to combine Oliver Downs and Stauffer Place apartments into a single parking zone. So that, along with some other things, is what will be talked about at the forum, and that's exciting for, I guess, anyone with a car here at KU.
So again, that's Wednesday at 3:30 to 4:30 in the Pine Room at the Kansas Union. So be sure to check it out. Besides that, there's a lot of politics going on, and there's a lot of candidates signing up for the election. In addition to that, what else is going on in the world?
Let's think. What else is going on in the world? So the new Game of Thrones is coming out that I'm not a big fan myself. I don't know if you are.
I couldn't do it. I tried one episode and I was like, this is not The Bachelor.
Yes, but I have heard that plenty of people all around campus are very excited for that. So I guess for any of you guys out there who are Game of Thrones fans, that's something you guys can look forward to as well.
Actually, I will tell you, I take it back. The thing of Game of Thrones that I really, really like are the Adidas line. They're so cool. But besides that, the interview is next.
And we'll be right back with that, so thanks.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I'm Grace, and this is our guest, Taylor. And Taylor is going to tell us about, well, Taylor is on the Wednesday Good Evening KU show, but she's going to tell us about her new internship that is making her switch over to our Monday Good Evening KU show.
Yeah, so I got an internship at WaterOne in Lenexa in their communications department, and they want me to start working part-time in the spring, so I'll be there on Wednesdays and Fridays. So I had to move over to Mondays because I obviously can't make it for Wednesday anymore.
So WaterOne is the company?
Yes.
So what do they do? Like is it water or?
Water, yes. They're a water company in Johnson County, and they kind of provide water for the city. So I'll be working on like doing their social media, writing their newsletters, helping with just some kind of basic communication stuff.
Oh, did you have any prior experiences before that with any like internships or anything before? Is that like to help you get this job or just?
Yeah, I mean, I am like the social media person for my sorority, and I'm on the
Awesome.
agency at KU. But other than that, no, this is my first like official internship, which is pretty exciting.
That's awesome. And how'd you find out about this job?
So I've been applying for internships for like a month and a half, and I've applied for like 15 of them. So yeah, it came up on like Indeed or whatever website I was using, and applied for it, and turned out to be the one that worked out. So
That's good. It's a tough process.
It is.
I'm going through it right now myself. It's not my favorite thing.
yeah.
But so Johnson County is that you said where it was? That's awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun.
It'll be really fun, yeah.
Are you looking to work there for a long time or?
I don't know. So they want me to do part-time in the spring, full-time in the summer, and then probably in the fall as well, just like part-time. So I don't know. We'll see. If it works out, maybe it'll turn into something more
Awesome.
full-time.
Are you what year are you in school?
Junior.
You're a junior, so it could turn into a full-time
It
job.
could, yeah.
Are you from the Kansas City area?
Yeah, I'm from Shawnee.
Oh, so that's very convenient to like.
Yeah,
be,
it would
be at
work out
home
really well.
for the summer and stuff also.
Yeah.
Well, that is all Do you have any advice for us in the internship-looking world to?
Yeah, honestly, I would say just keep trying. I wrote so many cover letters. There were some that I like made mistakes on, and then just do your best. I mean, if the the interview goes badly or something doesn't go right, it's just a learning experience. And as long as you keep trying, eventually, I think something will work out.
Did you use like some of your resources, like in like the J school? Like, did you ever have help from like the J bar? Like,
Yeah.
did you use those to
Yeah,
like help you?
so I went to Steve a lot. I asked him, I went to one of his little like panel things where they talk about like how to make a resume and all of that.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I asked him a couple questions just in his office a couple times. So
That's
yeah, the J school, very, very resourceful place to go.
That's awesome. Is your major in like the strategic communication
Yeah,
side?
I'm Stratcom, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I am. Honestly, my resume mostly came from J300.
Yeah.
To be honest, Eric Thomas really helped me
Eric.
build that one for us all. Well, I think that's all we have for the interview today. The news will be next.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Rachel. This is your Monday Good Evening KU news update. The latest Trump cabinet member quit to quit is Christian Nielsen, who resigned as head of Homeland Security on Sunday. Nielsen cited her frustration with the surge of immigrants along the southern border and the blame she felt was being placed upon her. Trump accepted the resignation and has named Kevin McKeelan, who previously was head of Customs and Border Protection Unit.
For most of the 20th century, the tallest buildings in the world were in the United States. Then in 1998, the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur outreached the Sears Tower in Chicago by 33 feet. Now in 2019, the tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa in the United Arab Emirates, and the US is only 2 in the top 21. 5 of the tallest buildings in the world now belong to China.
The Lawrence City Commissions is considering a rate change for its trash collection service. Currently, residential customers in Lawrence pay $18.80 per month. According to the Solid Waste Division manager, Kathy Richardson, it has been several years since any study was conducted, and they don't really know if the service is currently cost effective.
In sports, Big 12 champion Baylor won the women's NCAA championship last night in Tampa, Florida. The Bears built a 17-point lead in the second half before defending national champion Notre Dame fought back to take the lead. Fifth-year senior Chloe Jackson hit a layup with 3.9 seconds remaining, and when the Irish missed a free throw with less than 2 seconds to go, Baylor had its 3rd title in the past 21 years.
The men's national championship game is tonight in Minneapolis, where Virginia will take on the Big 12's Texas Tech. The Cavaliers needed another miracle finish to knock off Auburn, while the Red Raiders held off Michigan State for the first trip to the finals. Tip-off is not until 8:20 p.m., and the game will be televised on CBS.
In Kansas sports, the baseball team salvaged the final game of the series against Texas Tech with a 13-9 victory in Lubbock. KU is now 16-15 overall and just 2-7 in the Big 12 Conference. The Jayhawks will play one game tomorrow night against Missouri State before a 3-game series against Oklahoma State this weekend. All games are at Hoagland Ballpark.
The softball team lost all 3 of its games at Oklahoma State this weekend to fall to a 14-24 overall. No midweek games for the Lady Jayhawks, but they will also be at home next weekend with 3 games against number 2 Oklahoma at Oroka Ballpark.
And finally, in track and field, the Jayhawk men's team won the Battle on the Bayou this weekend. Junior Bryce Hoppel won the 800, the 1500, and ran a leg on the 4x400 meter relay to lead KU past Ohio State, Penn State, Alabama, and host LSU. The women's team placed second behind LSU. Next up for the Jayhawks will be next week's KU Relays.
That will wrap it up for today's news update. After the break, Kaylin and Jade will be here with this week's weather forecast.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I am Kaylin here for your Good Evening KU weather update. And joining us is Jade. She is live on campus and she is ready to tell us about the weather. So Jade, where are you at and what's the weather like?
Hey Kaylin, I'm actually outside of Stopford Flint right now. You can see in the background there's a ton of people out and about on campus. A lot of cars driving by with the windows down playing music. A lot of people riding bikes, and it's just a beautiful day. A slight breeze, but it feels perfect.
Oh, that's really awesome. So what kind of clothes are people wearing? Are you seeing a lot of people wearing shorts and t-shirts, or are people still kind of wearing warmer weather clothes?
Honestly, I've seen a lot of shorts. I think everyone's breaking out those spring clothes and really taking advantage of the warm weather out here. And I know for the rest of the week it's supposed to be warm too, so that's exciting for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I see you're in the shade. Is it a little bit too warm to be standing outside in the sun?
You know, it feels pretty great in the sun, and it also feels really nice in the shade, honestly. It's perfect weather, in my opinion, at least. And it seems like everyone's enjoying the day outside.
That's awesome. So one last thing, how excited are you for the spring football game on Saturday?
I am super excited personally. I'm planning on watching it for sure, and I think it'll be a great time. We can see Les Miles coach KU for the first time, and it should be a good time.
Awesome. So thank you so much for doing that, and you can go ahead and head on back into the studio.
Thanks.
All right, so like Jade said, it is a absolutely beautiful day outside, and it's actually almost borderline warm. Right now, temperatures are around 80 degrees, and we're going to see the temperatures kind of lower down a little bit as we go into the night, but dropping down really only into the mid-60s by around 9 o'clock. There's not going to be too many clouds in the sky, but we are going to see a very slight breeze out of the west, kind of shifting into the north as the night goes on. Now, sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of difficulties with my clicker here. All right, so going into tonight, temperatures are going to drop down into the lower 50s, around 51 degrees, but again, we're going to see mostly clear skies. There might be a few clouds here and there, but really nothing too bad. Winds out of the north, northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a bit of a breeze, but of course, no real chance of rain tonight. Now, going into tomorrow, we will see, again, pretty sunny skies, another absolutely beautiful day. There might be a few more clouds tomorrow than what we saw today, but temperatures up into the mid-70s, winds out of the east, a little bit breezier at 10 to 15 miles per hour, but again, no chance of rain tomorrow. So going into the week, we will see temperatures actually warming up into the lower 80s on Wednesday. And we will see these warmer temperatures and nicer conditions kind of lasting into the middle of the week. Now around Thursday, we're actually going to see a low pressure system move into the area. This is going to drop down the temperatures just a little bit. As you can see, by Friday, we are actually going to see temperatures around 49 degrees. Could see a few rain showers Thursday and Friday, but really nothing too bad. And then we're going to see these temperatures kind of warm back up into the upper 50s, mid 60s by the beginning of next week. But even though that it's going to be a little bit cooler here by the end of the week, it's actually not going to be quite as bad as some other places in the state. For instance, if we go to western Kansas, by Thursday, there's actually going to be a potential blizzard in the area. So mostly northwestern Kansas. Right now, winds around 50 to 60 miles per hour forecast for Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and heavy snow possible. I think they're talking about 8 to 10 inches of snow. And there is actually a winter storm watch in effect for portions of northwestern Kansas and northwestern Kansas counties. But here in Lawrence, kind of the eastern Kansas area, we'll probably only see some rain showers, really nothing too bad. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week.